Welcome back to the Mundo Football Podcast. I'm on the road today. I'm in Ilkeston in Derbyshire. Ilkeston Town play at Step 3, and they have a brand new management team of Tris Whitman and Aaron Large, who have left Hucknall Town, where they were last season, and they've come to Ilkeston. I want to find out what they're thinking. I want to find out what they're looking forward to. I want to get a bit of a feel for how it's going to be this season at Ilkeston. Right then, chaps, welcome to the Mundo Football Podcast. How are you today, guys?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, all good, mate. Thank you.
Excellent. So we've got Aaron Large on the right-hand side, and we've got Tris here, Tris Whitman on the left-hand side, right?
That's right. Yeah.
So, do you know what? I'm a non-league football enthusiast, and I've done my research into you two chaps, and you're proper non-league guys, aren't you? Tris, tell me, how's your last few weeks been without football, mate?
There's been football every single day. So I think since the season ended at Hucknall and we came into this role here, it's been. I think we work together anyway, so we see each other most days. But
yeah,
it's been pretty much every day, like contacting players, making plans for the season, obviously doing things for the club. So I did some charity stuff for the club, and did a fans forum about 3 weeks ago. So. Yeah, I'd honestly say that there's been no break.
Yeah. And what's your first impressions, Aaron, of the place, mate?
Yeah, well, the place is superb, and the facilities, and obviously the pitch is one of the biggest club locally. So, it's a great opportunity to be here, and we know obviously like coming into the role, what it means, expectations, and obviously to take the role was something we're proud of. But something really excited about. I know there's a lot of work to do, but if we want to take the job, we didn't back ourselves to do well.
Exactly, and I've looked into your playing careers, and I want to get into that in a bit. But let's zoom out, and I'll show you the view of this place. Like this is not normal for Step 3, is it? I mean, you've been all over non-league, right? But this is not normal at any step of non-league, is it? Let alone Step 3, right? Tell me.
It's the management change.
Is it?
Yeah.
This is quality, isn't it? And someone told me once that the actual benches out there, they're sort of like Champions League quality benches, like officially.
Yeah, similar to this, but like just set up a little bit differently. Yeah.
And the pitch as well, isn't it? They spent a good amount of money on the pitch. Have you ever experienced a pitch like this before?
I think in terms of playing wise, but I think obviously in terms of where we've been in management in Step 5, etc. This is the best in terms of that kind of facility. And I know there's been a lot of investment in the club. Not just on the playing side of things. I know the bar's been done up. There's a garden area now that's been done. So they're really trying to bring this place up to speed.
That's it. I mean, I've looked into you, and you were at Hucknall Town last season. Obviously, Step 5, wasn't it? And now you stepped up 2 levels. You had a good season last season, right? Finished, was it 8th?
8th we finished, yeah.
Yeah. So was it a bit of a sad situation to leave Hucknall Town and come here, or how are you feeling?
Yeah, I mean, obviously when we went in at Hucknall, it was in November, I think, and they were bottom of the league, or second bottom of the league, and the job at hand was to keep them in the league that season, and we did that. We finished comfortably 11th, I think, at the time, and then we went on to win the Not Senior Cup, which was a massive achievement for the club, and then the following season, I think we were tipped to be, in and around the bottom end of the league, and we were kind of comfortable throughout. I think we were in and around the playoffs for most of it, and then kind of slipped away like the last 8-9 games, I think it was.
Yeah.
Just due to injuries and fatigue and things like that, it was difficult. And I think when the team strengthened in that kind of period and were able to kick on, whereas we kind of stayed in and around it. But all in all, coming 8th with the resources that we had there and the players, we were massively proud of what we.
Yeah, I think we had a bit of period of rain. I don't think we played a game in January, did we? After Christmas, we played a game in Jan, and obviously the back-to-back game Saturday, Tuesday, we're a relatively small squad. We managed to get quite a lot of good results, and then it kind of, I think we had a game at Claycross, didn't we? And it kind of just
fell apart.
It just fell apart. And obviously Claycross beat us on the night, and that kind of like killed the playoff dream, so to speak. But the momentum from the playoffs, and I think we lost a couple the last 4, and it kind of just cemented that top 10 finish. And a little bit disappointed, which obviously we had hopes of getting in and around it, and the players did as well. And I think losing that game kind of like a bit of a kick in the teeth, so to speak.
Yeah.
Overall, a successful season for the club, and to maintain kind of Step 5 status comfortably was really positive for the club. And it was good for us as well in terms of where it was when we first came in.
Nice. So, I want to get back onto Ilkeston Town and the signings and everything, the players that came and that have gone, the ones that have stayed, etc. But tell me a little bit about your playing careers. I mean, I've met a few managers now at non-league level, and I know it's kind of a young man's game in a way. There's a lot of them in their late 20s, early 30s, right? You're in your 40s, isn't it?
Yeah.
By yourself, Aaron. How old are you, mate?
Late 30s now.
Yeah. So, but you both had sort of proper playing careers, isn't it?
Just as obviously played at the professional level, mine's kind of been through the non-league scene.
Yeah.
From kind of step 1 to step 7.
Where are you from originally then, Aaron?
West Bridgeford.
Oh yes, same as me.
Yeah.
How old are you then?
37.
Okay, yeah, it's a couple of years younger than me, yeah.
Yeah.
So you've been all around Nottinghamshire primarily, is it, non-league?
Predominantly not. Sorry, you're based with Colton.
Yeah.
Them sort of sides, step 5, step 4, step 3, and then
Good level though, isn't it?
Yeah, and then just filtered through, and I think obviously in terms of kind of I was never going to be professional football, and the lower league kind of suited my life, and having children quite young as well, kind of just supported that.
Yeah.
Kind of, just having a family and just playing non-league football for a number of years.
But you did make it pro, didn't you, mate? You were playing for Arnold Town, and how old were you when you got snapped up? Doncaster Rovers splashed £10,000 on you, isn't it?
I mean, that was so long ago now. Yeah. I was playing college football and then signed at Arnold, started playing for their youth team, and then
same as Will Mellors-Blair, who I did another video interview with. He started out at Arnold Town, I think.
I think there's a few that started from Arnold and
went
on.
We played at Arnold, didn't we, in Gary?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, and I went back. Yeah, but it was weird. I missed the reserves out. I went from the youth team straight into the first team. Had a great manager in Ian McCullough that kind of like disciplined me and kind of taught me how to play men's football, really. And then I had really good support players around me, people like Gary Ricketts, who's been at this club, Mark Clark, and Bring Gun, people that played at the highest levels.
Bring Gun, yeah, okay. Ex-Forest, isn't it?
Ex-Forest, yeah. And they just kind of mentored me.
Yeah.
Had an unsuccessful trial at Chef Wednesday, and Maka was kind of strict on my behaviour when I came back, and within 3 months I was kind of just sold. I remember I was at college, and I think I was doing a BTEC or something like that, or GMVQ, and then all of a sudden I was a pro footballer.
Nice.
Stayed in and around National League for around 10 years, I think it was, in and around that.
But what division was Doncaster Rovers in when you were there, mate?
So it's classed as National League. So
I see, right.
I call it the conference because that's what it was when we played. We got promoted to League 2, and then I kind of left that season, so I went on loan to Tamworth, and I also went to Scarborough for a period of time. Then I had other clubs like Dagenham, Crawley, and then I went back to Tamworth.
Yeah. And do you think that's something which has followed you in terms of like people who meet you, like players, young players, for example? Obviously, everybody would like to play a level up, wouldn't they? Or 2 levels up or 3 levels up. Do you think that's something that's followed you? Like players look to you for maybe a little bit of inspiration about how to make that step? I
think probably the only person that I've had direct impact in that sense is my lad. So he went through the academy pathway at Notts County and Forest and Mansfield. He's now at Worksop, but he's probably the only one that I've had kind of like direct inspiration over.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the younger players I have contact with probably won't ever know who I am and what, probably weren't even born when I was playing.
You not talk about it much in training?
Yeah. So, there's a couple of grainy videos somewhere on YouTube of when I played, but I think it's not about them knowing what I've done or where I've been. I think it's more about how I interact with them and the advice I can give younger players. Yeah. Because I've kind of experienced quite a lot. Even some of the stuff I've gone through with my son being released and stuff. So there's a lot of players that have been in the academy pathway and come out of it. You can kind of help them, support them and mentor them. That's great, isn't it? And
you get these players. I met Martin Carruthers when I was at the Baseford match a couple of months ago, and he played league, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
I'm meeting up with Steve Chettle at some point in the next few weeks, and got like something planned with him. And you get these players that non-league managers, don't you? And I find it fascinating personally. Do you enjoy that part of it, Aaron? Like meeting up with. Do you just enjoy the community aspect of it, like he's been here, he's been there,
Yeah, I think not in football it's a really small place as well. So a lot of the people who are kind of on managerial roles, we probably played with it at some point. Maybe not as many now, but probably when I was a little bit younger. Sorry, but like obviously now I've stopped playing. But we played a lot of. Well, obviously played with Chase, played with Gandhi, played with Freo at the time, played with Mark Clifford as well. And obviously he's been a successful manager locally, even here as well. So like a lot of played with a lot of the managers that have been in and around kind of the local non-league scene. And it's a really kind of small place, not in football.
It's a serious business, though, isn't it? Like people take it seriously, don't they?
Yeah, 100%. And I think you have to. It's what we enjoy doing.
But that's one of the things I like about it. If I came down to watch non-league football and I saw like what the stereotype of non-league football would have been, say, 30 years ago, players on the side having a cigarette or having a packet of crisps and then a bacon sarnie at half time. I don't think I'd like it as much. I like the fact that you take it. There's some money involved. Some people are on some money. Don't need to get into the details, but do you know what I mean? I like that aspect of it. It's proper.
It's serious as well. Because in terms of like football professionally as well, there's not many professional clubs locally as well. So obviously Forest, Leicester, kind of Mansfield, and the local clubs. There's not many really professional clubs locally, where compared to the other areas like Manchester and stuff, where there's clubs in abundance. So the semi-professional game or the local non-league game is massive, and it gives players an opportunity to play at a good level locally for the ones who can't make it professionally. So
that's it.
Earn some good money out of the game.
I think that also links to the fans as well. The fans buy into local football. Because not everybody can afford as well to go to games, especially like Premier League games at Forest, or even have the access to get to games like that now, because I know tickets are limited. So it's then a lot of them will then go and support their local clubs.
We had quite a few up, didn't we, where we picked up a lot of fans who had been to Forest games even previously, and then came to watch our game in the evenings. Or
our stadiums in England, like in other countries, they don't sell out stadiums so much, but here, if you can get a Forest ticket, you're doing something right. It's not just the money, it's the fact that they sell out as well. Right then, so change of location, switch it up. So we've got a rainy backdrop, which I love actually, to be honest. It's going to be a tough training session, mate. Come on, man. It's going to be a tough training session, but tell me, mate, I want to know, Tris, for the fans, for the players who are watching, the players will be watching this. You're a new manager, they want to get in the team, they want to progress. What's the key characteristics? What's the core of a Tris Whitman team, mate?
I think firstly it's around the profile of the players, so it's not just what they offer on the pitch, it's what they offer off the pitch. So it's having the right mindset, determination, being able to gel as part of the team. We're massive on creating positive environments in the changing room. So we think like having players that have got good character, but then in terms of what we want players that are physically competent, so they're able to kind of carry out the work that we want. So we have a specific way of playing, both with the ball and without the ball. So it's being able to kind of technically be able to do what we want with the ball, and then physically be able to do what we want to do when we've not got possession of the football. Yeah,
you like an attacking style though, or is it cautious?
Everybody wants to play attacking football. But we always talk about trying to dominate the football, dominate control of the game, and work the ball into areas where we can create opportunities to score. Now, we understand that we've had relative success at lower levels with that, but actually being at step 3, that we might have to be a little bit adaptive in how we do things. But that doesn't mean that we're going to go away from our principles. We still want to focus on that. I mean, we've got a fantastic facility to play football on, so first and foremost we're going to want to try and play football, but it's just recognising when and where not to play, and not putting the ball at risk, really.
It really is a fantastic facility, isn't it, Aaron? But tell me, how long have you been working with Tris, mate? And what's it like? What's your take on the man? Like, he's obviously the boss, you're the assistant, right?
Yeah. So I actually played for Tris, so I actually dropped down a couple of leagues when I stopped playing, just to, obviously Tris kind of invited me in, and Tris was at Stapleford at the time, and he wanted to kind of go and win the league that they were in, and that was step 7 at the time, so we came in. We won the league the first year, but couldn't go up because of the ground at Stapleford. And then we ground shared at Radford, and then we won the league again, which then allowed us to go up. So obviously to be a part of Tris's style and the way he wants to play as a player, and then to come in and kind of incorporate that as a manager or as assistant manager is really quite easy, because we both got the same kind of philosophies of how we want to play, and our backgrounds in professional football and working with top players and elite players, so to speak. It's about replicating what we've done at these clubs, and then kind of mirroring it in terms of the level that we're at now. And obviously we did it at Hucknall, and we're both coaches, and we both back ourselves, and we both believe we're good at what we do.
Excellent, mate.
It just takes a little bit of time to get the ball rolling with the lads. And for example, tonight we're going to do a coach game that will be very heavy on me and Tris leading it, about how we want to play and how it's going to look in terms of the match on Friday.
Higher level, more money knocking around. I think it's probably fair to say. You don't have to go into the details, but you've made some new signings already, isn't it? How many signings have you made? 4, 5, 6?
No, more than that. It's about 11 or 12, I think.
Yeah.
About 11 or 12.
And how many of them sort of like have you been? How much control have you got in that respect, guys?
Yeah, full control.
Is it?
Yeah, full control.
That must be nice.
Yeah, obviously, when we came in the door, we obviously spoke to a lot of the lads about kind of staying and stuff, and they've obviously made their own decisions in wanting to leave the club, which is fine. It happens sometimes when a new manager comes in. So I think the very first question you said was, how's your summer been? It's been busy.
Yeah.
We've spoken to a lot of players, but we don't just go after players for names, and it's about knowing.
Must be a bit of a drag though, because some of the players that you want are probably at the World Cup, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? You must be tapping up some of those Cape Verde players, maybe. Do you know what I mean?
The thing is as well, like a lot of players are still on holiday, so obviously we've come in kind of like early May, I think it was at the time, or middle of May, sorry. A lot of the players are still on holiday and they're not ready to talk about football yet, so we've had to be quite
That's
patient.
it, isn't it? People are they're taking time off physically, but also mentally, isn't it?
So we've kind of not really had a break, so to kind of finish where we was, and we've come in and then we've tried to get players in, and obviously we've been really active in what we do, and spoke to a lot of players, and it's been challenging, but we're getting somewhere where we want to be. There'll probably be more turnover of players as the season goes on, but we're quite comfortable where we're at. There's still probably one or two more, or 3 or 4 that are still going to come. But I think Trish said it earlier in the last video that you had, it's about bringing the right personnel in as well, and the right people to suit the way that we want to play. We don't just go for any name out there. They have to. We've got an analysis to do some kind of clips on them and kind of suit the way that we want to play, and that's really helpful in terms of bringing these players in. So it's been challenging, but it's something that we're excited about.
And do you know what? I've come down to a few games over the years because I live locally, and I've got a name drop. So like Ian Deacon, manager who's here for a few years. You know, they like Jamie Walker. You had Tom Marshall, wasn't it? There's all sorts of players who have put in some sterling service to the club, isn't it? And I mean, I just think. I just ask you, like, how do you transmit that to the? Because obviously you'll be aware of all that. You'll have been down more times than me. But how do you transmit that to the new players? Like, this is a club where you need to be playing out of your skin, mate.
Yeah, I mean, I think first and foremost, everybody knows about the club and its history anyway, and the fan base more importantly. And then on top of that, the facilities that they've got. And I think for a lot of the players that we've spoken to, it's more about. Them wanting to be at this level and challenging themselves to be at this level to progress further. A few of the signings that we've made have come from, professional contracts at local professional clubs, and sadly they've been released, and we're here to give them that opportunity to kind of re-establish their career, and hopefully if we can develop them and kickstart them, potentially they've got that opportunity to go back up levels or back into the pro game.
And it's part of that. Do you know when you make contact with a player, like he can play, he can run, but it's part of it like assessing how hungry is he.
Yeah, I think you can quite quickly judge. I mean, it's relatively new for us this year. Like obviously when we was at Hucknall, like with the budget and the players that we were bringing in. Money wasn't a massive factor. I mean, it was a factor in a sense, but not in comparison to what we found being here. And the money is good money that some of these players are getting. And not only that, there's competitors from step 4, step 3, and even step 5 this season where players can go and earn good money for playing football part time. So we found it challenging in that sense where it's difficult to compete at times. But I think one of the biggest things for me is when you had that phone call with a player, you kind of instantly get an understanding of where their head's at, and I think we want to bring players to this club that want to play for this club for the right reasons and want to play for us, and ultimately they want to play to develop themselves to push on. Exactly,
do the business, get that playoff or automatic push, isn't it? And then get into the National League South. What do you reckon in the next 2 years, 3 years? That's got to be the aim. That's got to be the aim, isn't it?
I think it's important. Like I think we've said it a number of times. Like we turn up for every game as if we want to win a game of football. Like we don't turn up to lose games. Like we plan our team and prepare our team to win every game that we come up against. Sorry, every opposition we come up against. But obviously factors are different, and that's something that we've done a research on in terms of the teams that we're playing and coming up against. And obviously it's a completely different challenge for us because the Step 5 league that was in, we probably know pretty much every player that plays for every team because it's a relatively local league. Where obviously this one, we're travelling up and down the country, and these teams that we don't know anything about. Well, not anything about, but the players that they're signing and stuff, they're kind of an unknown. So it's a completely different challenge for us. But I think I said it at the very start, we wanted to take the opportunity for them back ourselves to at least come and have a go and do what we've done and replicate elsewhere and bring it here. And it's a great opportunity for us to be at the club.
Yeah, I think adding to that as well, that's why obviously being at a level like this, you've got the scope to build a staff team, and we've brought in Rich Allen, who does the RDA, but he's going to be part of the analysis. So he's got data on opposition, opposition's results, style of play, videos of their games, and also players. So we've got some insight, which I think is going to be crucial to how we prepare our team going into games, especially against some teams that are up north that we've got very little understanding of how they play and what type of players they've got.
Do you know what? It's been a great podcast so far. I really enjoyed it. Tell me though, Tris, you got some good contacts at Notts County, isn't it? What's the prospect of getting some of their under-21 players? And I've seen that at Long Eaton United when they had a player from Mansfield Town last season. What's the prospect of that happening down here, mate?
Yeah, so this is something that we spoke about in terms of our recruitment. So we're both from academy background. So we both worked at Forest. Largy was at Chef Wednesday. Yeah. Both was at Notts County, and I was at Derby too. And I think tapping into the under-21s when the loans become available is vital for their development as well as probably boosting and enhancing what we have from a playing perspective. I currently still work at Notts County, so I'm in direct conversation with academy manager and academy assistant manager, and ultimately I think at this moment in time I think a lot of the pros will be in and around the first team for pre-season training, but as soon as they become available for loan, I think we've got good enough relationships where we can hopefully bring them in.
Brilliant, isn't it? And I love that side of it as well, don't you? But do you know, as we get closer towards the training session, I know the players are starting to arrive, and I need to let you go soon. No chat with managers and assistant managers will be complete without talking about the fans, I don't think. I mean, I've been down here, I see it, especially in the second half, down just on this end here, the fans get the drum going and they can get raucous, mate. I made some videos down here as well that show that. What do you reckon, guys? How important are the fans down here, and how do you plan to get them on side?
Well, I think the fans are heavily invested, and I think that was shown from the attendance and the turnout that we had for the fans forum.
How many was there then?
It was over 100.
fans.
So just it was kind of like a meet and greet and a bit of Q&A with me and Largy. I think the fans are honest from that first interaction with them. So they said if it's good, they'll back us. If it's not so great, they'll remind us of that. But I think that's how it has to be. The fans pay their money, and ultimately they want to firstly be entertained. It's football's entertainment, but then on top of that, the most important thing is results and being in and around this level of football. I was aware that the attendance has dropped over the course of last season, so very similar to when we went in at Hucknall, the attendance has dropped slightly, and hopefully we can attract them by the way we play, but ultimately I think the most important thing is by how we do in the league and how we perform. I
mean, to be fair, I've been down Hucknall as well, just once or twice. I think I went to the last game at the old stadium, and been to the new stadium as well. And I know that the crowds are smaller there, but so it might be, I don't know, it might be your first time managing with the crowd like that. But what do you think it would do for the players and the team and the staff and everything, Aaron, to hear that noise, especially late on when you're pushing for it?
And I think as well, to be fair, the feedback we've had is that I think the shoots second half down here towards the fans are kind of like a what's the word? It's like every tradition. Game, tradition. Sorry, and I think it's about kind of, it's so important. And as players, you want your fans to support you and back you. And we had it last year where we've got a number of last minute winners. And it's so good, isn't it? Last minute winners, celebrating with fans, and it's brilliant. That's what we want to replicate. Obviously, not winning games late on, but having them fan base supporting us and supporting the fans is massive, because that's what you want to do as a player, is getting pelted for what you're doing. You want that support, and you want the fans to back you. And we want them to be on our side, and I'm pretty sure they will be once we see him. We get the ball rolling from day one.
It really is what it's all about, isn't it? And I can sense the excitement for both of you, and I'm excited as well. I'm just like a neutral fan, really. I'm a Forest fan, but make my videos and stuff. But I'm excited just to get to watch another football match. But what can you tell me? How can you summarise it, lads? Just tell me what's the feeling going into it. How excited are you?
Yeah, we're massively excited. It's been challenging. I'm not gonna lie, but we work together in our day job, and we spend a lot of time together. And we back each other, and we back the stuff that we've got. And ultimately, it's down to us backing the players. And it does come with a little bit of excitement. It's a little bit unknown at the moment because it's literally a brand new team. It's a rebuild. So there's going to be a lot of work to do, in terms of coaching and implementing our style and our principles and all the rest of that. But I guess in a sense that's probably what is a little bit exciting, because it's like a blank canvas.
Do you know what? I genuinely wish you all the best, guys, and I appreciate your time. And what I'll do is I'll just leave you to get on with your training. I'm going to stick around if it's all right and just get a few shots. But yeah, all the best in the league. I'll be here. I'll be mingling around a few times this season. Wishing you well. So yeah, thanks again, guys.
Cheers, Gate. Thank you, Ray. Cheers, mate. Cheers, pal. Thank you very much.